baby. One way or another. Let's continue to grind and shine. Open up our minds to this thing, right? Let the room fill up. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in and being in part of this thing. Everybody knows how this goes, right? Yeah, come on. As the room fill up, I want to tell you guys, one day at a time, one movement at a time, brick by brick, we stack these things together. So, the name of the game is everything else must remain the same. Cowboy Nation. As we fill up, I hope you got your libations. It's going to be a short one. Yeah. Shout out to you, K-Love, John, Katie, and Asmodeus. Appreciate y'all. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Yeah. Oh. Hey, y'all gonna mellow out to this one, right? My name is Law Nation, and we're gonna talk about this, Cowboy Nation. All right, so there was an interview with Jaycee Horn on 105.3 The Fan. Really appreciate them for always putting in some hard work out there. And through the course of the interview, he was talking about his shortcomings and mishaps and his expectations and things like that. So what we're going to do is we'll play a few of it. But I really have to tell you guys that in the midst of this, it is what it is. We must look at this Cowboy Nation and say whether if the Cowboys roll with Jaycee Horn or go with a Patrick Surtain or grab and snatch a Kyle Pitts, or even look into the aspect of helping out the front five, the interior of the offensive line or the outside there of the offensive line, whether it be a tackle or a guard, right? There's many of opportunities to improve this team. And like I said earlier this morning, that it doesn't matter. It flat out do not matter who we get. I believe in the hearts of hearts, that person will be better than what we had before. Shout out to you, KD. Shout out to you, Thomas. Really appreciate you over there in Asmodeus. Really appreciate you for jumping in and being in. Ed, what's good with you? So my thing is, Cowboy Nation, when we listen to what he have to say, man, it goes a long way because we know that we have our preconceived notion, our preconceived mind of things. But the reality of it is that what he can do on a Sunday. I'm looking for players that can ball out on a Sunday, Monday, Thursday night, and then when we get toward the latter part of the year on that Saturday, right? And even when you get into the dance, you got to move around a little bit, and you got to ball out on that Saturday and also ball out on that Sunday. That's what we're looking for. Ballers. We are, Cowboy Nation. We are in the grand scheme of everything. Let's see if I can play a little bit of this audio. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear this.
2 or 3 coaches there, yeah.
No worries at all. So what was that interaction like? I mean, are the Cowboys one of those teams that you'd really love to be drafted by?
Yeah, it was a quick interaction. Mostly some background stuff, and Coach Quinn actually had some history with my defensive coordinator at South Carolina.
Oh wow!
So we was talking about him and joking about him a little bit. And most definitely, it'd definitely be big to be drafted by the Cowboys. A team with a lot of history. But anywhere I go, I'll be happy. To suit up for that team.
JC, do you pay attention during this whole process to some of the draft rankings and the mock drafts, or do you kind of try and stay away from some of that stuff?
Stay away.
I wouldn't say I pay attention to it, but I don't try to stay away from it. On social media, as much as I get tagged and stuff, I'm bound to see it. But it is what it is. I spoke on it a little bit before. And basically, it's just a draft. People can have all their opinions, but every year you see that these experts are wrong most of the time, and it's guys who they don't even have being good turn out being stars. Whether it's first round, second, third, it really doesn't matter. So I'm just focused on trying to perfect my craft and be prepared when I get to the league, and I'm sure it'll all turn around once I start making some plays.
Now, he said he's going to shut it down when he start making some plays, Cowboy Nation. Hey, when he starts saying he going to make some plays over there, let me get my board together. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear that type of stuff.
This is Sparta!
Because that's what it's about. It's about making the individual plays, and of course, it's about fitting into the scheme, the schematics of everything. And when you can do that, baby, you can go far, right? You can go far. He sound like a CD. He got a little raspy voice right there, kind of like something in his throat a little bit. Shout out to you, D'Angelo. What's good with you? The problem is Horn is grabby, but a good football player. Yeah, he liked to grab. He got a high count of PI, right? But I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that because he gonna talk about that. So let's get into that. Let's play the rest of this information for the nation from 105.3 The Fan. Really appreciate them.
Now, JC, you are very well known for the style in which you play,
Dog.
a very savage-like style. The dog, a lot of people describe you as having, almost like a linebacker mentality at the cornerback position. And I want to read you one sentence of analysis from a prominent draft writer who said this about you. He says, this dude plays, and I quote, he is a total bleeping bleep hole. And that is him on the field. Now, I imagine you take a lot of pride in that, don't you?
Yeah, man. It's kind of like I don't force it really. That's just how I was raised to play. Growing up in Atlanta, it being a real competitive place. It was just we was brought up with that dog in us, and it's kind of just spilled over into me playing in college, and it's kind of my style now.
So, JC, as we build our relationship here and we slowly become best friends, friends tell each other like it is. And I love your tape. I think you're awesome. But the one knock that I would have is you can be a little handsy, my friend, a little bit grabby. Is that something, if it's
He said handsy at first. I said, wait a minute, nah, dog. It's grabby. But, yeah, he do got a little grab action to it. Let him break it down the best way possible. But shout out to them over there. And it's from the Nosebleed session from 105.3 The Fan, by the way.
If Scout were to say that to you, what would your response be? Are you going to say, hey, dude, just, bleep off? Or is that something maybe you are consciously aware of?
Nah. It's definitely, something I'm conscious of. Like you guys have mentioned, just my physical style of play. It's kind of the one pushback to it. Some of the grabbing and stuff like that. But every corner grabs. If you watch the tape, and I just had a lot of PIs. I think I had 4 of them, and 3 of them I think was bad calls. But that's the one pushback I get, and it's definitely something I'm going to be conscious of going into the league because. In the league, they call it a little bit more strict in college, and it's not a 15-yard penalty anymore. It's a spot foul. So it's definitely something I'm conscious of and, going to be working on in the off-season leading up to training camp. So, I think I'll make a good adjustment, though. I never, struggled adjusting, so it'll be something I fix.
Well, that was the end of that, but let me give one of these. Hey, here's a situation and scenario of all of that. Yes, he identified the fact that he's a little grabby, right? He likes to grab. Now, there are some techniques that you can utilize and use to get away with some of that. I said it many of times. I think I did film review on that, film session on that. When the opposing team, if they got their white jerseys on, you want to get your white gloves. Why? So you can put your hand inside, and when you put your hands inside, you can do a little shove, but you don't extend the elbow. Don't extend the elbow. You got to have that T-Rex type of groove that's going, and 9 times out of 10, you got to know where your field judge is at because you want to get into the face. You want to bump them off their route. You want to get a fib. You want to put your shoulders on them. You want to redirect. You want to get as physical as possible. You want to get as physical. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want to get in that thing, boy. You make me want to. You want to do that because you want to get into the mind of the receiver. Now, some wide receivers build off of that. Some do. When you get down to some wide receivers, they would get into that mindset saying, "Okay, all right, cool. You gonna be like that, and they grow off of it. Some of them they go into a shell, and they get complain. Oh, he's grabbing me. Oh, mama, Pookie, Ray Ray. the officials, and you won, you know. You can knock them off their mindset. And some, you know, it's just in between. But I want that dog, I want that type of DB that can get into the face of the opposition. And of course, when the opposing team got the darker jersey, you put on those dark gloves. Oh yeah. And after every play, you get a look. Just get a little physical with them. Just do a little bit of physicality. And see, Natasha said his voice give me hope, sound like some experiences in his voice. Y'all, you see, she know the struggles in the man's voice. Sound like he been yelling. Sound like he been yelling and drinking outside of the drinking part. But it sounds like he's all in tune with putting this team or whatever team he goes to in the right categories. You know, when you got that raspy type of voice, you know, just like Kirk Franklin, you know, he got something in him, right? You know what he said, I'll break your neck. Oh, I appreciate you, Mercedes. Appreciate you for the donation to help elevate this thing. In 4 years, Horn will be CB1 of the draft facts. Yeah. He'll be CB1. I believe. Shout out to you, Derek. I believe that Jaycee Horn. He got the pedigree. He had the mindset, and he got all of those things. But here's the situation. When you talk about DBs in general, you got the DB that's fluent. You got the DBs that's, I'm not going to use the word docile because that's such a horrible word to use as it relates to that. But you got your aggressive, and you got over-aggressive DBs. You got your intellectual, intelligent DBs. Richard Sherman wasn't the fastest of them all, right? He didn't have the fluid hips. He had this one little thing. Aggressive mindset, and that joker can press. And even though he was a zone cover corner, he fit the particular scheme that he was in. He knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that I'm going to get into your face. I'm going to move some stuff around. I'm going to pull. I'm going to tug. I'm going to elbow. I'm going to scratch. I'm going to scrape. And I'm going to tell you, hey, I talked to your mama last night. Oh, your sister said, hey, you know, that's the type of mindset he had on the field, and he was knowledgeable of the field. He was knowledgeable of the game, and he figured out other techniques to get away with. Don't have the wide receivers to wear with no sleeves and it's just naked arm. Did y'all know you can pull on that arm all day, and don't let it be the inside arm, and you don't have to. You can pin that inside arm in. And you pin that inside arm in, you look back for the ball. And the wide receiver says, I'm trying to go for you pin that inside arm in, and you keep it pinned. You turn your head back towards the ball. Hey, wait, what a PI? You see them complaining. You see them yelling like, hey, ref. And if you really go to acting school, you'll do like what Jalen Ramsey did, right? He got burnt. Michael Gallup burnt him. Did he burn him? And Jalen, he started falling all over. You would think that Michael Gallup got He-Man strength in his arms, right? You got to figure out a way to finagle that thing. Oh, my goodness, man. Appreciate you. Break out the alarms, baby. That's that 1999 HBO special. Appreciate you. 209 in the house. Appreciate you. 1999. Oh, y'all put down where y'all from, man. Go watch Pitt video. Yeah, Pitt's. That's a whole nother situation. Now, when we talk about clamps, Jaycee Horn did put the clamps on. He put the clamps on Pitts in that particular game. I think that Jaycee Horn, he's like a well-trained dog. That dog bites something else. And what he did was he got into the mind. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can get into the inside. Shout out to you, Sally. Appreciate you for jumping in. I told you guys this episode would not be long. I got to roll. gotta run up out of here. But I wanted to do this episode before we get, because normally when I go live, it'd be like 3 o'clock in the morning, all right? People like, Lord, why you go live all the time late, man? Dog, you just don't know. I got 1,000,001 things going on over here. Shout out to you, New York, Northern VA, Miami in the house. James, appreciate you. Who else we got? Let me put Northern VA. Charlotte, appreciate you. Quest, Elohim. My brother's in Charlotte, man, North Carolina. You probably bumped into him. Jacktown, get down. Appreciate you, Big Ant. Big Ant up in this thing. Yeah. Come on. There you go. There you go, Bama fan. Shout out to the Bama fans. Roll Tide, huh? Come on. Watch how that beat kick in. Come on. Ain't no party like a Lost Nation party. Ain't no party like a Catboard party. Let's go. Shout out to content. Yeah. I see UK in the house, baby. We live, we lit, baby. Yeah. Come on. Hey. Ho. Hey. Louisiana, baby. Shout out to all of the Mississippi boys, baby. Memphis, Tennessee. Go Cowboys, Sean Carter. Appreciate you. Where my Memphis at? Okay, Florida. Jay Versick. Yeah, come on. Let's go. Hey, come on. That Troker said, roll tide. All right, there we go. Come on, East Texas. Hey, 817, let's go. Yeah. Y'all see it? Yeah. We out, baby. Appreciate y'all. Much love from Dallas, Texas, baby. Let's go. Quinn said, Charlotte ain't small, fam. I know, fam. B-boy, Omar's coming, baby. Fort Worth, yeah. The DFW, appreciate you. Yeah, Yoga Flame, Yoga Fire. Yoga Fame, Yoga Fire. What? That gonna go fire right there. Platinum, baby, triple. Let's go. Hey, watch I put Jaycee Horn up here. Yeah. Come on. All right. Share this content. Don't be afraid to share. Sharing is caring. And also, Cowboy Nation, hit that like button. It does something strange. Y'all get those likes up. Y'all help a brother out. Shout out to the SGs and the HBOs. Let's go. Watch it. Yeah. Come on. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Ain't no party like a David Jekin party. Ain't no party like a Sally Lawyer party. Ain't no party like a Raymond party. Ain't no party like a Marcia party. Ain't no party like a Isaac party. Ain't no party like a Brian Blanford party. We out. Peace. Go Cowboys.